Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call the March 11th meeting of the Village Trust Board to order. Staff, could we please have a roll call?
Yes. Chair Roberts,
Present.
Vice Chair Ganella,
Present.
Board Member Anderson,
Present.
Board Member Garten. Here. Board Member Idell. Here. Board Member Alvarez is currently absent. Board Member Battersby. Here. And Main Street Representative Meredith. Here.
Have a quorum.
Janet.
Sorry.
Are there any public comments this evening?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Seeing none, are there any board comments this evening? Well, I would like to take just a moment on behalf of the entire board to welcome all of you here this evening. It is you that makes Village Fest work, and we're about to celebrate our 33rd anniversary here in Palm Springs. So, thank you. It deserves a round of applause. It is a big deal. We're looking forward to hearing what you have to say tonight. You have 6 board members present who will vote, and then you have Joy Meredith, who sits on the board. She does not vote, but she represents the downtown merchants who are very much a part of the Village Fest experience. So shortly, we will call you up one by one, and you will have up to 5 minutes to convince us that you should be included in Village Fest. You don't have to take the entire 5 minutes, but you will have up to 5 minutes. Board Member Anderson, who will act as Sergeant at Arms, will be the timekeeper, and he will give you a warning at 4 minutes. At 5 minutes, the board will one by one ask you questions if there are any, and then we will take a vote and proceed from there. Just a little bit of insight I like to share with everybody is we consider this to be an artisan fair, not an arts and crafts fair. And what that means to us is if you are in the arts and crafts category, our metric is, and what we will be listening to or for, is that you make at least 75% of what it is you're selling. So an example of that, while beads strung on a chain are beautiful and nice jewelry, we wouldn't necessarily consider that artisan. However, if you polish those beads or knotted or drilled or did something to that, then that is what we would evaluate is an artisan craft. So keep that in your mind. That's what we'll be listening for. First up tonight is going to be Gil Ruttenberg. Gil, you're here. Do you need time to set up?
Bring it all up.
You can set up at this table over here. We got a little bit more business to conduct.
Okay.
But set up there and we'll call you in just a few minutes, okay?
Okay. Yeah, nice.
All right, moving on. Is there any correspondence, staff?
We have none.
Thank you. Moving on to the consent calendar. How about a motion to approve the agenda for this evening? So move.
Second.
Let us vote. Mitchell?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
Dan? Yes. I vote yes. Celia?
Yes.
Antonio?
Yes.
Welcome.
Yes.
And David, thank you. Good. We have 2 sets of minutes to approve. Three? Okay. We have February 11th minutes to approve.
The only person who cannot vote on that
Is
is
Idell.
Board Member Idell.
So is there a motion to approve the February 11th meeting?
I'll move to approve February 11th.
I'll second.
Thank you. Let's vote. David?
Yes.
Antonio?
Yes.
Celia?
Yes.
I vote yes. Dan?
Yes.
And Mitchell?
Yes.
Passed. Thank you. Next is the February 25th minutes, and Celia and Mitchell, you cannot vote because you were not present for that meeting. So is there a motion to approve the minutes for February 25th?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Oh, you can't.
You can't.
You were not there.
I thought that was Celia.
Sorry,
Said
I
that
did.
one. Yeah.
I did.
You
Oh.
read that.
Wow. I just came from the dentist. I'm so gassed. Sorry. Okay, you did second. Thank you. Let us vote. Cheryl?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
I vote yes.
Yeah.
Antonio? David?
Yes.
Now, the special meeting minutes for our February 24th meeting. Is there a motion to
I make a
approve?
motion to accept the minutes.
Second. Let us vote. Mitchell,
Yes.
Cheryl.
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
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 Antonio.
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Wow. glad you got through
Yay.
that.
job.
Thank
Our backlog is.
Bring on the
huge.
donut.
Thank you.
Now we're ready to listen to you all. Gil Ruttenberg, Painted Dough. We're very interested to hear what you have to say, and your boxes are beautiful, so
Yeah.
Thank you. Gil Rudenberg,
please press the button and the green light will come on, and then you can, we'll start the 5 minutes.
Gil Rudenberg with Painted Dough. I have Danny with me. He's the owner, founder of Painted Dough. We have gourmet donuts that we brought for you guys to try today, as well as some of our Vietnamese iced coffee. Do want you guys to try it. I know it's Tuesday, Village Fest is Thursday, but our coffee will keep you going until then. So I don't know if you, would you like us to pass them around?
Sure, yes.
Wanna- Pass, take one and pass the box from this way. We have some fancy gourmet donuts from creme brulee, strawberry funnels, Nutella heaven. We do have the fancies, and then we have our mochi, which is a little bit light, made with rice flour.
Don't even know what to say. They're low.
You don't need to say anything, they'll speak for themselves.
They're all different.
Pass them down.
I don't know. I was gonna use my agenda.
Make sure you choose wisely, because they are all different. The creme brulee is our donut of the month.
Oh, not the coffee different.
Coffee is not different. Coffee.
Oh.
Which
is the crumble?
The creme brulee looks just like creme brulee. It's got a hard sugar on top and it's filled with creme brulee on the bottom.
No, is that the raspberry?
That's the one with the raspberry on the top. Yeah, that's creme brulee. And a little gold flake on the top, and we got the
I'm guessing that they're not.
Oreo cheesecake as well. I'm a 42-year resident of the Valley, and I'm super excited for the opportunity just to be able to join in the Village Fest. I've watched it grow from the last 30 years to where it is today, so love the opportunity to try to join.
This is a crazy thing.
Can you walk us through how you guys got started?
Making sure. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, so Painted Dough, we started in 2016. We had this idea of creating artisan flavors from around the world and place it into a product of love, quality, and kindness. That's our mission. So we are a community-based company where we serve all the community that Painted Dough lies and serves, as well as creating products that are highest quality and provides the best experience for all of our guests and customers that come and experience Painted Dough. So in every bite that you take, you'll feel the love and then the quality that we place into it, and the time and experience, and then the kindness that comes with that. And as well as our coffees as well. Everything is handmade to perfection, and then we locally source all of our products as well, so to help out the community as well and growing together.
So you guys are local to the Patrol Valley?
So currently we do have a Chino location. I am the franchise owner out here in the Valley. We're gonna be opening up a couple locations here in the Valley. Right now, we've got a few different pop-ups we've been doing. We had some great success with the Tamale Festival. We just completed
Festival?
the Date Festival where we kept selling out.
Yeah.
And we are currently also doing Food Truck Fridays in Indio, and we sell out every time, so.
Nice.
So Gil, this is a franchise business, is that what you said?
Correct, I'm
Not that it
open,
makes any difference.
correct, I'm opening up our locations out here. Partnered up with Danny from Chino. So everything that you have today has been brought in from Chino. We have our facility in Chino. That's where everything will be made for the Village Fest and brought in fresh right before Village Fest.
And are you anywhere located in Palm Springs when you're not at the festival? It's in food trucks?
Currently, we've been doing pop-ups. We don't have a facility out here. We've just been doing our pop-ups.
Okay.
So your dream will be to open up brick and mortar shops and then,
We have plans to currently open one up in Indio, and then we do have plans to open up a couple more units in the valley within the next 4 years. We do have an agreement in place for that, so.
So you will bring these pre-made to Village Fest?
Correct, they're pre-made, already to package and to go.
Oh, they're already packaged?
Yeah, they come in the boxes and we'll sell them in the boxes, up to 6 in a box, or we have individual boxes as well. We do offer some teas. We didn't bring everything with us. We'd love to bring the entire menu, but we did bring our coffee and our donuts as well.
So what does it cost for 6?
It depends on the flavor. Our mochis, they run $3.75 a piece and our fancy donuts go for $5.95. So a box can range anywhere from $24 to $35 box.
These are delicious.
They're delicious.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.
So you have no ingredients listed.
It's love, quality and kindness in the bottle.
Yeah.
Do we, is that okay not to, they can have no ingredients listed?
Because they're serving it the same when you buy a cup of coffee off of like they're there.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what's. Right? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and we'll most likely in our, at our booth, we have a gallon, the 5-gallon container that we'll be putting them in the cups. But we do offer the bottle currently right now as well.
Your 5 minutes.
Jeff,
What does
do you
the
have a-
QR code do here?
It takes you to our website. It takes you right to our
Does that
website.
show the ingredients?
No, it takes you to our website and our menu.
But I mean, on your website are the ingredients for the coffee on there?
Yeah, it shows us like the Vietnamese coffee and then what's contained in.
What's in
inside.
it? Okay, yeah, that's what's important. Yeah, yeah. Essentially, fair.
So I'll just double check with the health department to confirm, because I do believe prepackaged items do need to have ingredients listed.
Yeah.
And because this is sealed, it is considered a prepackaged item.
Yeah.
So I'll just confirm, the QR code might actually work
Yeah, that's what I'm
as
thinking.
a connection, but I'll just confirm with the health department on that.
It's not linking.
And we have no problem, like I said, we do plan to also have the 5-gallon
Yeah.
container to be able to serve it from there.
I think it's more for people when it's prepackaged, they know what's in it, so they don't
Yeah.
have allergies, because who knows what you put into it,
Could be
right?
allergic to milk or.
Yeah,
Correct.
so.
And do you actually make these yourself?
Yes, yes, everything's handmade. Yeah,
They're delicious.
thank you, thank you.
All right, no dinner tonight. Yeah.
We have more if you need dinner.
Any other board questions?
So this QR code doesn't go anywhere.
It does, yeah. I pulled it
It
up.
didn't for me, but it did for them. So I don't know.
It goes, like, for some reason,
Maybe there's something with the service today. Like. These are so decadent. They're really good.
So
Very good.
I think they're great. I like the logo too when they.
Thank you.
I love the
Appreciate it.
boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in our papas, we sell them in cups with ice in it. It just for today, for purposes of serving, it was better to put it in a bottle. But typically we get it in an ice cup and then we just pour it on order.
Correct.
Yeah, it's fresh.
And do you want to be in the festival year round, or do you want to just be there
We like to be there year round.
year round?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jasmine, did you find ingredients?
We don't have.
I did
any
not.
donuts.
I don't have the ingredients pop up.
Yeah.
So that it's.
For
Yeah.
us, obviously, the only request we would have is that if, year round or at any time is that we have the sun to our back, because if the donuts, I don't mind the sun myself, but the donuts don't like it.
Yeah.
Because some of these toppings would not do well facing the sun.
Are they made? Are there nuts in any of them? Are they made in a facility with nuts? Cause I know that's a big allergy
No
issue.
nuts.
There are no ingredients anywhere on the website. Basically, the website, the only way you can get to any of it is by hitting coffee or food.
Yeah,
And even in those, it doesn't say the ingredients.
yeah, it shows the descriptions of our each individual product, but as far as each breakdown, we don't have that. Yeah,
Then you have to put the ingredients on the bottle.
If we,
Jasmine's gonna check with the health
Yeah, yeah.
department and see what's required and then that'll just.
What he said is they're
We
not
just
planning to
clarified, this
serve it.
isn't, yeah, this isn't the regular presentation, they're serving in cups.
Correct.
They
They'll
don't
be,
got-
that they're gonna be selling.
we'll be serving them in cups.
cups.
Out
But
of
you'll be selling these as well at the.
not in the
No.
bottles. We brought them here for you guys.
Okay,
to
never mind,
travel.
never mind, good, good, good. All right.
You
Got
guys have your own bottles.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct.
It's
it's easier to
Inside,
serve like
yes.
this. Alright.
Let me make one point of clarification. You said you need your back to the sun. In your booth, is that right?
Correct.
The staff will have to assign spaces. The board cannot guarantee that you would have a space like that, so
Correct. That's just a.
that would be a staff.
Right, it's just a request if we were to
Understood,
get accepted.
understood, but we just can't commit to that.
Correct. No, I agree. I understand.
May I ask a question? Would you be willing to put a QR code on it that talks about the ingredients? I mean, it should be a simple enough move.
On what?
If I wanted to bring my smartphone to the booth and see if there's nuts or milk or
On their
something.
sign, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Would you be willing to do that just to accommodate? the
Yeah,
public?
I think we could work on something like some type of.
It don't need to be difficult if you have a connection already.
Yeah.
Do you require that of any other vendors?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
require. that of
not,
any
not
other
for
vendors.
some,
Not-
not for something that's made fresh.
Yeah.
Anything that's prepackaged, yes, it has to have the ingredients listed.
Okay.
Any other board questions?
So are these not considered packaged when they're in a box? No, okay.
Because they're sold individually.
We're not trying to be difficult. We're just.
No, we understand. We understand.
Are we ready for a motion?
Please.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second it.
Good. We will vote then. David
If I can get a napkin, yes.
and Tony.
Yes.
Julia.
Yes.
Yes. Dan.
Yes.
Daryl.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Congratulations. Welcome to Village Fest.
Thank you very much.
Don't ever tell me how many calories were in it.
I will tell you that we do tell, they are 0 calories once you walk
Oh.
off.
There we
Ah,
go.
very good.
Exactly.
Very good.
And there's absolutely no carbs in there.
Right.
Yeah,
None of that.
exactly.
Just wanted to make sure of that.
You will work with staff to get you through training and all of that, so.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Appreciate you guys.
Excellent. I'm glad to have you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we want to give these to people in the audience?
We're taking home.
Wages.
We do have,
Give them away off.
yeah, the question was, we do have vegan.
Oh, good.
Yes.
What was that? Yeah. Sorry.
Just
I'm gonna do this whole thing.
Next up is Eddie Birmingham. Eddie, are you here? Hi, come on up.
We got food, entertainment. We should get on this commission, please. Yeah.
When you are ready.
I guess we're ready. Hello, thanks for having us. I'm Eddie Birmingham, also known as Eddie Beats. This is DJ Eric Starr. We are an entertainment duo. I play drums and percussion, bongos, congas, everything, widespread of all kinds of percussion instruments. She DJs music. We play together as she DJs. I put a nice drum and live percussion effect to it. And we would love to bring this experience to Village Fest. She's actually a resident at Casino Morongo, and we played down in the valley at the Village Pub, or the Village as they call it now. We had a residency there for, what was it, 2 years, a little over 2 years.
Actually, 5 years on and off.
Yeah,
'Cause
5 years on
before
and
the-
off. We
before the
started
COVID.
before COVID and then came back after COVID and, back and forth. But we would love to bring that aspect to Village Fest.
Do you have the music on your laptop?
do.
It's not pulling up on my,
Well,
no,
actually,
not my computer.
You didn't-
I have it right here on
On
the
your phone?
phone too.
Go for it, yeah.
The reception, well, the internet here is really bad.
Yeah.
So we play a mix of a lot of things. We like to start out kind of light with like the Cali reggae, kind of stuff. And we take it across many genres, Latin, pop, top 40, whatever, if people come, yeah, everything is clean edits. If people come up and ask for requests, she's able to put in requests, and I'm able to just follow along and make everything happen live right on the spot.
So this is a sample of what you do.
Yes, yes.
It's not your
It's like
background.
really kind of like vibe, like cool,
Yeah, and I get-
chill, like vibe. And then it goes up to, 90s pop, R&B, I can do anything.
Yeah, kind of give you an example back, through the whole thing a little bit. We would have loved to bring the setup here, but drums and speakers,
Yeah.
You got you. So how did you guys come to be a duo?
So we actually met at the Village Pub. It was about a little over 6 years ago. I was head of security at the time.
And I
And she
just
was,
DJ
yeah,
there.
she was just a DJ there. And we became friends, and we started playing together and became a duo, music duo, and started. Yeah, it was my idea to bring a DJ and a live effect together to make it to where you have the versatility of what a DJ brings to entertainment, but the live feel of what a band can give you.
It's really successful at the Village Pub, because we were outside on the, the patio.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so we'd play out there and you'd see like people walking by, like we did on Thursdays.
Yeah, we
sometimes
stole
Fridays, Saturdays.
a lot of attention from Village Fest when we were doing it
Yeah,
in there, which
Thursdays,
was something that
Saturdays.
made me think about bringing it here and wanting to try to get it out on the street right there.
So
We'd
are
like
you
to
still
share
performing on
attention,
Thursday nights there?
We are no longer there, no.
Okay.
Yeah,
Will you be selling CDs or anything like that?
we won't be selling anything. We would just be passing out our business card and, that's pretty much that's it.
Yeah. We just want to have a good time. And
Yeah, and we just want to make people have fun and bring entertainment to you guys,
Nice. Perfect.
Also,
So you'll,
go ahead.
will you have cards for like future gigs you
Yeah.
have coming up to promote yourselves?
I mean, I can, yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm not asking, I'm just, is that something you do or?
We just pass out our business cards and it's they'll people will talk to us and if they want to book us, they can contact us via our all that.
Gotcha.
David, did you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to make a comment that I thought it was nice because it's not a big show. You can have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
around it or
Exactly. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
start
You
it.
play, you guys can still talk. People come and they talk to me while I'm playing behind the drum set,
It's friendly
Cool, I
too.
like that.
Yeah, even at
It's
the
different.
Village
So, yeah.
Pub, people always walked up and like, had the
Yeah,
kids
yeah,
walk
when
up.
kids come by, I have little like egg shakers and tambourines
Or give
and
'em a
I'll toss them
drumstick.
to the kids. Like, hey, play them if they want to keep them. I just take them, it's cool. I just want people to have fun.
Yeah.
You're planning on starting right away?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah. I've been doing this for over 25 years. I started on the radio, so I
when you
know
were
about
5
how
years
to
old.
vibe with everybody and make sure we don't have any bad words and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, you
Yeah.
better bring out the disco music.
Oh, I love disco.
She's great at
Yeah.
disco.
The rest of DJ Casino Morongo, and like that for us is like freestyle, disco, 80s, 90s, like everything. Yeah.
They would be in rotation with the other,
Yes.
entertainment.
Mhm.
So that means that you're not there every week.
Yeah, correct. I've seen the site and how everything goes. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Any other board questions? Is there a motion?
I'll move to approve.
I'd like to second.
David will second.
Thank you. I don't do that, Mom.
Mitchell,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
say yes. Celia,
Yes.
Antonio, David. Welcome.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Can't
Thank you
wait
guys
to
so
hear
much.
you.
Thank you.
Pageant.
I'm in the streets with you.
All right, thank you. Thank you. What to do next? Okay, thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. See you on the street.
Next up is Theron Teach. Theron, did I pronounce your name correctly?
Who is not an entertainer, even though it's.
Oh, who's not an entertainer,
No, but it says.
Maybe she needs to be.
unless you're modeling,
I
Theron.
told her we'd make her sing.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Dormant's out of the way, so we don't
Put
get
it on the clothes,
stuff
yeah.
on her clothing.
We need white boots, like I happen to have one. Sorry, I passed it around, but it's empty now.
Go ahead.
So my name is Theron Teach, and what I do is I make small batch clothing. So I sew everything myself. I've designed everything as well. And I use high quality fabrics. So for example, this is organic cotton and hemp. It's a fleece. And then really the clothing that I make is a canvas for the plants. So I'm a nature school teacher for little kids. That's my day job. And I'm super passionate about desert plants. So I moved here 4 years ago and was just amazed by how there's food everywhere and medicine everywhere. And so it wasn't a far stretch for me to start to create art with it. So all of the clothing designs became a canvas. So my first plant that I experimented with 4 years ago was creosote. So this is creosote. So the process is I bathe everything in a mordant, which mordant comes from the word mordar, which means to bite. And so it could be alum, it could be soy milk, it could be iron. Can't tell you my secret recipe, but so I bathe everything in that, and then I place the plant directly on it. And you'll notice it's mirrored. So I fold it, and then I roll it, and I steam it. and it pulls the natural tannins from the plant and it leaves a print.
Oh,
So everything has been already washed, warm in the washing machine, dried in the dryer. I hit it with a little iron to make it look nice. So I can pass it around if you'd like.
And they're washable.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, everything, I wash everything hard to begin with so that the customers know the size that it's gonna be and exactly the color that it's gonna be. Not much washes out because the mordant that I use is really strong. And I just basically do what the plants tell me to do. So this year, it's so interesting. Every year, different things bloom. Some years I don't get some plants. This year was the year of the desert willow. So this is desert willow leaves, and flowers. It's interesting. You can see like a face in there sometimes. So this is the poncho, long poncho open. That's the cropped poncho. It's like basically the same. That one's easier to pass around. And then, so I wild forage everything. The property that I live on, next to the desert willow is pomegranate plants. And so I accidentally picked up some pomegranate leaves this year and they're amazing. So there's purple with the pomegranate leaves. And again, this is organic cotton and hemp fleece. This is silk. I do silk things too. And then the only thing that I buy, because silk is hard for like sewing and things, are the bandanas. So my bandanas come in different sizes. So this is the large. This is desert willow flower, creosote, desert willow leaves, and a little bit of pomegranate in there. And what's so interesting is you can, it's such a magical process. So this I just took out and then washed it and it ended up like this. And I can pass that to you. And then you'll notice, so then like, this is also desert willow, but you can shift it with different pHs. So this is like a very warm tone. So yeah, it's just, I'm super passionate about the process, super excited about the plants. And just really lucky that they, like not all the plants work. So the past 3 years, I basically every season would drive. I'll drive and I'll be like, I've never seen that plant before. And I'll pull over and I'll forage a bunch and I'll take it home and I'll try it on different fabrics. So yeah, so that's the clothing, the attire aspect or the apparel aspect. And then as the garments started kind of finding a place and I would go to the markets and stuff, a natural progression would be to find a new canvas. And so years ago, I went to an art market and I bought this ring from a woman who did bronze clay. So the process for that is you form the jewelry.
4 minutes.
Okay, however you want it to be. And then you put it in a kiln and then you like, well, you have to sand it and things like that, refine it. And then, so for me, this is the canvas that I found for Joshua trees. So when it's in its clay form, I press the designs into it with a Joshua tree leaf. Well, spike, I'm not really sure. And then refine it, kiln fire it, take it out, clean it. So this is all bronze. And then the findings I also make, the hooks for the earrings, those are made of gold filled. They're gold filled wire that I form and make everything too. So there's the jewelry.
I'm confused. What's the bowl? Is just
The bowl, just the presentation.
Oh,
So
I
you can,
the bowl has the bronze around.
it's the jewelry stuff. So like my earrings are Joshua tree, printed bronze. My ring, this ring is, but yeah, so.
I
Beautiful.
love that you're using desert. I think this is so
Yes.
appropriate for Palm Springs.
Very local.
You can go crazy over this. Lovely.
I appreciate it.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So do you have a website and do you, or you do?
I do. So because everything, so at the moment, each piece is completely unique.
Right.
And so I don't really sell online because keeping up with the markets and stuff like that, like to take a photo of every single one and sell it. So what I'm in the process of is trying to figure out certain pieces and certain prints So I
Then
can
you
say,
can be
this is what you're gonna get.
consistent.
It might be a little bit different color variations based on like literally the weather, the season, the different colors form differently.
So I noticed you don't have any labels that tell them that's you, like your name or your design, you know.
Not yet. It's a little bit like
But I mean, in the
analysis.
clothing.
Oh, yeah, I have, yeah, so. So what I do is I'll put, which I could pass these around too. So,
We saw this.
okay, so yeah, so these will just be hung. At the moment, it's like analysis paralysis. I'm so anal. It's gonna have to be like the right tag and the right font.
Yeah.
So I'm in the process.
Okay.
People keep telling me that I need to put tags on there, but at the moment, it's just very handmade and people like it. I'm in a couple of shops in Pioneer Town and Joshua Tree and they
Oh, no, it's
sell well
beautiful,
and
yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, I'll make it official one day. Yes.
Question, are you able to use any of the foliage that's colored and could transfer the color, meaning like Bonnevia is, can be red or fuchsia, or like the Cape Mallow is orange in color. Are you able to take any of the flowers from those and also transfer the color, or is it basically created from the best?
So the two that you've mentioned, I've not tried those ones yet. And it depends on the mordant.
Yeah.
So, for example, the pomegranate leaves are green, but they print purple with the mordant that I use.
Okay.
If I use a particular mordant, it might be a truer color, but it's really interesting. It's whatever the tannins do, and it's a chemical process. So it's always a surprise when I try a plant for the first time. And with the mordant that I use, I like how strong it is because it really holds fast.
Yeah.
And it's also very clear. So the mordant that I use, not all mordants will print as clearly as this. But the one that I use is just my preferred one. So yeah, and it has a kind of a congruence in color and stuff. So this is, I would say, my color scheme.
It's very
get-
desert vibe. I kind of like that. It's,
Same.
yeah, that it's not really colorful because it kind of draws from the desert and those are the colors.
You get your kids in school involved in design?
Yeah, so they've made bandanas for their moms for Mother's Day and things like that. Yeah, yeah, they.
Worried about, right?
No,
Okay, good.
no, I don't
Wanted to
think
make
so.
sure.
They could, yeah, just gifts for their moms. I actually, for Valentine's Day, gave all the moms a fingerprint in the bronze.
Of their kid?
Mhm, and a little charm. Yeah, so I loop them into, yeah, I loop them into my art. I think it's a natural
Where do
thing.
you take it?
In Pioneer Town.
Your work is beautiful, and this is truly what we need when we say artisan. But I'd like to ask you, I think what is just as interesting as your work is the story of how you make it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna share that with people? Because if you don't, you really should.
I appreciate that, always.
Yeah,
So they'll, they're, when you're selling things, you kind of get into a groove. And so they'll come and they'll touch it, especially with the fleece, and the silk, and it's all pretty and it gets them in there. And then after a little while, I'm like, everything is printed with wild desert plants and each piece is unique. And so, yeah, it's definitely
But
part
what
of my
might be
sales.
neat in your booth is a description of that
Yeah.
process.
Mhm.
So that as people walk
That's
by, they
exactly- yeah,
can,
this is
that's
good.
really small,
done it.
Oh,
but
I mean,
A bigger one.
a bigger one that people can read the process and so, oh, that's cool. And then that's even a bigger draw to them.
Or something that says like printed from desert foliage or something like that.
Mhm. Yeah, something to draw them in and let them
Yeah.
know what it is. Okay.
for our many visitors, you're truly taking home a piece of the desert.
Right,
That's what I
right.
want.
Pictures of the plants
Exactly,
themselves.
good idea.
Because so that
Yeah.
people maybe can't visualize what you've
Good
done
idea.
here, but if
Or
you
bring
had
the
like
plants with.
some of
Or
the
the
plants
plants physically
there,
there.
Yeah.
people would get a better understanding of this incredible process without you having to possibly explain it every single time. Single person.
Yeah, it's true. I like that. I've been thinking about making like a little booklet. I don't know.
People
Don't
But I
overthink
appreciate that.
it.
Yeah.
You're overthinking again.
Yeah.
Sounds simple.
Keep it
okay?
simple.
Simple. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that feedback.
Have you been to one?
Yeah.
I hope you have a lot of inventory.
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm,
It's gonna be very popular.
Thank you.
How long would it take to make one piece?
So again, because of the mordant process, my sister is like a super meticulous artist and I'm more of like that, like free artist. And so I choose the quickest mordant.
Mhm.
And so from beginning to end, the hardest part is the sewing, right? So these are super quick
Mhm.
because these, I buy these pre-made. So let's say like this one cut, so probably 20 minutes. Because the process is fine tuned at this point.
Okay.
And then the mordanting process is pretty much instant.
Mm.
And then for something this thick, and also with this particular plant, I set a timer for 20 minutes. So maybe, and also I do it in batches.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of rolling them all out. So this probably would take me an hour, let's say that. But again, everything's kind of folding into each other and overlapping each other. And so it's a pretty, I find.
You got it down.
Yeah, yeah. Thankfully, the community has supported me well enough to get good at it. Yeah, which I'm
Any
very.
other board questions, comments? No? How about a motion?
I make a motion that we accept Sister Mojave into the Village Fest.
Thank
I'll second it.
Thank you. Let's vote. Mitchell,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah,
Celia,
she's all like.
Antonio, David.
you.
Yes.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
guys. Thank you so much.
Beautiful work.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'll be a customer.
Girl, can you beat it? I didn't even think of.
I didn't have tennis and who knew? Really nice. I don't know if it works.
Yeah, I have to figure out the price point because really fabric is the most expensive part of the
Sure.
process. And I would love to see tapestries on people's walls and things
Yeah.
like that. And yeah. So yeah, all that is, yeah, those are gifts at the moment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Is,
Next,
do I take this? Yes. Okay, this is just the next step. Okay.
next is Janet James.
Jam and
tea.
All right. Oh, it's music.
Yes. You thought it was.
You thought it was jam and
She's like,
tea.
"Oh, I'm getting jam and tea."
On these desserts.
He's like,
I thought it was tea and jam.
Yeah. James, I'm glad you picked-
Bread, hello.
I'm glad you picked that up.
60th anniversary this week.
Water and chai.
We are jam and tea.
Perfect.
Is.
Calorie free.
Ah, yeah.
Who's the jam and who's the tea?
I'm Matt, this is Janet, I go by Adam, or I go by Matt, my first name's Adam. You put our first names together in anagram, it spells jam and tea. That's how we came up with our name. We've been playing music together for about a little over a year. And we actually met on Craigslist, if you can believe it. I moved here about 3 years ago from the Pacific Northwest and was really interested in getting back into music. I played music in Nashville for a number of years when I lived in Tennessee. And so I met Janet and we started jamming, and we both have a passion and love for folk music and acoustic music. And the concept that we came up with is we love to play music that people recognize and can enjoy and they can sing along, but we present it in a different way. So we try to represent every decade, every genre that we can find, every celebrated artist, some disco, some Nirvana, some Frank Sinatra. Today we were gonna play a Shaky Graves song for you about ghosts. Cool.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
go for it.
I both know that the house is haunted. Yeah, you and I both know the ghost is me. If me in your bed sheets, just rattling your chains. Well, back then, baby, it didn't seem so strange. You find. Now I ain't so scary on my own.
Honey, what's a dagger without a cloak?
I know. Cause you and I both know that the house is haunted.
Yeah, you and I both know the ghost is in me. You catch me in your bed sheets, just rattling your chains. Never back then, baby, it didn't seem so strange. In the midnight hour, you came alive.
I was looking for my crystal
I
ball.
was busy trying to calm them snakes. When the sun came up, we had no place to hide. You had to tell your friends that my fangs were fake.
Oh, they are.
Well, you and I both know it. Yeah, you and I both know the ghost is in me. You catch me in your bed sheets, just rattling your chains. Now back then, baby, it didn't seem so strange. That's the Shaky Grave song, as a folk artist.
I knew who that is.
We typically play songs that are really well known. This is a more of a indie folk artist. But we love the playfulness. We try to do a lot of harmonies. We feel like we've got similar tones.
Yeah.
So we picked that song for you because it's stripped down. We usually have a couple amps. She has a bass guitar. It's usually very organic. I do have a looper pedal, so I'll create some percussion on here if we need it. If we're doing like more country style song, we'll do a little looping and then a little bass guitar, double vocals. Occasionally we have a keyboard if we feel like we need something a little more emotional. We've got that. We do some ukulele songs. We actually do a Frank and Nancy Sinatra song on the ukulele. I play the ukulele. Yeah.
Play bass, guitar, and a little bit of
I
keyboard.
can see you rocking for some reason.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I think we both kind of got our start like punk rock, at a young age. So we can relate, and like we love indie and pop and rock and stuff. So we're really, we kind of like our recipe is we go onto Spotify, we find our favorite artist, we look at the top 5 songs, and we pick one song. Like, we definitely have to do like a Lady Gaga song, and we'll pick which one, is that speaks to us, and we think we could represent well in a different sound. Because again, like we do Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, and it's not a song that you would want to hear when you're like cutting your steak at dinner, but in the way that we do it and the harmonies and stuff, it's it's a beautiful song, and it presents it differently than the original. So
And you live here.
that's 5 minutes.
Bohemian Rhapsody, but
Yeah. Yeah, a little Queen.
recognizable songs and happy songs.
We both
Not
live in
local.
Cathedral City, so we're both local.
It's
Yeah.
unique. We don't have anybody that sounds like you on the street.
Yeah, we've been going and checking everybody out. So, everyone has their own thing, which is really cool. So I'm glad to hear that.
I enjoyed your music, but your chemistry
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
You really have a presence.
No, I agree.
So, and that sells it to me.
Sweet.
Very nice.
I have some cards and there's a QR code on the back. I only have 7 of them
Actually,
here.
we have a bunch of them in here. so-
Oh,
Okay, perfect.
okay,
I
yeah,
took
there
mine.
was. Oh,
That's
you wanna
just-
pass them? And,
The QR code just takes you to our Instagram page where we post events that, if we have a show coming up, we do some brunch and dinner shows. Date Palm Country Club and a few places like that. And we'll use social media, to promote. And pass out the
video
card.
from when we played in Portland once. And also we did the song that we just performed. We dressed up in costumes on Halloween and
Oh, that's great.
performed
Oh,
that
that's
song
great.
and put it on Instagram. So it's fun.
Rated our Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to ask, there was a famous movie where there was a song where the words tea and jam were in the song, in the
Oh.
movie.
You didn't know that?
You
No.
didn't know that? Oh, my gosh.
There's only 2 of us
Yeah.
in the room who know this
The
one.
Sound of Music.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. No,
okay.
I get it now. It connects.
So you really need to do that song.
Oh my
Those of us who are in that genre.
We're already getting requests. Done. Absolutely.
Very good. Any other board questions?
Nope.
I think we're ready to make a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept Jam and Tea.
I'd like to
into
second it.
Village
That's great.
Let us
Oh,
vote.
thank you.
David,
Yes, absolutely.
Antonio,
Yes.
Celia,
Yes.
yes, Dan.
Yes.
Cheryl.
Yes.
And Mitchell.
Yes.
Congratulations, welcome.
Thank
You'll be a
you.
great addition. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day too. Enjoy the rain.
Race, that must be you. Please
It
come
is.
up.
Hey, guys, thanks for having me. This is really fun. This is not what I expected, but it's wonderful. So my name is Race Johnsrud. I'm with Camp of Champions, and that's a 501c3 charity. And our business is to help kids learn how to do better in school, achieve great things if they can, and essentially give them something to work for. We've been in the valley here for 20 years, or I'm sorry, 15 years. And we now have drone soccer stadiums in each one of the elementary schools and the high schools that are part of the Palm Springs Unified School District. What is drone soccer? Does anybody know?
No.
Exactly. It's a little like Quidditch
Oh.
in that there's a fenced inflatable court, like 20 feet long, 10 feet wide.
Memory of everybody with the game. So, yeah.
So it's an inflatable, enclosed arena. And there's a goal that's elevated on each side, and there's 5 people with controllers moving something like this, and I'll pass it around. So they can bounce into each other.
So it's like a bouncy hut.
Kind of, yeah, and
Bigger.
But with a drone.
and you can, right, and you can, there's five on each side, and there's one that can score, and they have defenders trying to keep it out, and it's just a lot of fun. But what it does really is it creates drone pilots, good ones. Yeah. Right, so that's a job after when they go through high school and they get these skills and come up through it, it's a job. It's more than that, though. There's actually in Korea, there's the Federation of International Drone Soccer Association, FIDA. And now there's FIDA USA, and that's who's putting this event on that we're sponsoring. And it's also put on by the Palm Springs Unified School District. It will be at Palm Springs High School on the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd of this month. You'll start to hear a lot about it. KMIR is a sponsor now. There's going to be an article come out in Desert Sun tomorrow, the next day. So you're going to hear a lot more about it coming up. But my idea, and this is completely my idea, that's why I'm here by myself, is I wanted to go to Village Fest, and I wanted to have the kids come down and promote not showing drone soccer, but just showing what it is, and have a TV with the stuff on it. Just this one day, because it's going to be the next day, that weekend, right? Yeah. We want to come back in the fall, though, and actually promote the sport and hopefully get enough room to put one of our small arenas in and have kids playing it. It really is. And you know, here's the great thing about it. And what I think why I'm involved in it is kids can go through this program and then go through high school and become adept enough at running a drone. And by the way, they have to get an FAA license, right? But they can get adept enough to get a job. They can do inspections, they can do search and rescue, they can work for police departments, fire departments. There's all kinds of opportunities in drones if you're a good pilot. So that's why we're doing it. And all we want to do is come down here and basically say, hey, tomorrow there's this huge celebration, and we're going to have a drone light show on Friday night at the high school with 500 drones that are going to go up in the air and create things.
Oh, wow.
If you haven't seen one, you gotta.
It was on
Friday night, the 21st.
Was it America's Got Talent or one of those shows had a whole big drone, that.
There was a drone show in Cathedral City last weekend.
Well, the
Oh, was
city's-
there?
Didn't we have one here?
Yes.
City.
But
Palm
it
Springs
had
near
some.
the convention center.
So that's what we're doing, and we're gonna come again we want to come on the 20th, on Thursday night. We'll have a lot of electricity. We'll probably have frankly, we'll probably have KMIR there with cameras, and we'll be filming stuff because it's gonna be a pretty exciting thing. And then the next day, we're gonna give away $10 tickets for the big opening ceremonies with the drone light show.
That's Village Fest's birthday.
I was just
got
gonna say,
moved.
that's when we're
And
celebrating.
so it's gonna be a big event downtown for the Village Fest, so
Good.
that's a perfect time to come on the
That's
20th.
great.
Let me ask staff a question. Is the 20th possibility to get them approved and they had specific dates they wanted on their application?
Yes, and we worked with them on the dates prior to asking them to come to this board meeting.
And we have a very simple picture of our of our booth. It's nothing. But we'll have samples of the drones and we'll have the television.
Will you have them
behind it as
lit
well.
and in the air as well?
No,
Oh.
we need to have fenced off for that kind of stuff. But I like where you're going. When we come back in the fall, though, we'd like to have enough room to put one of our small arenas in and actually have, people come by and do the drone soccer thing. This is a big deal for Palm Springs Unified School District. They want to be drone central. They really do. And they're investing a lot of time and resources in this. And we're helping them with this. We're hoping you'll help us promote it.
Grace, what is your background? What is your experience and career? I don't know. Where did you study? Who are you? What are you?
An Air Force pilot.
Good question. Well, I made my living in credit card payments. And I worked for big companies. I worked for American Express, First Data. And then I started my own little business and I've been doing that I've been in the desert since 2006. And I'm kind of half retired, really.
Yeah.
But I like what this is doing because it really helps kids. And I've always had this thing, like if I have time, I want to be able to do it and effectively do it. I did put on, I used to run the Chamber of Commerce in Desert Hot Springs.
Okay.
For like 5 years. And I started something called you probably remember, but the Desert Hot Springs Spa Tour. And we actually had buses. I made it like a pub crawl with buses going to 20 different spas. I hired Cardiff and it was really an amazing experience. We did that for a number of years and it kind of put some of those spas on the map. So that was fun. That's the last big event that I put on and now I'm doing this and we're going to do this annually, by the way, guys. This event will be annual.
You would work with at this, I'm sorry. I was gonna ask who you work with at the school, is it? We have a relationship with the business program at the high school.
Yeah.
And so we've been doing some work with them. And in fact, some of the kids in the program have a booth at Village Fest and they've helped us with some research
Really?
projects. Just wondering who.
Well, Will is sort of the operations guy for the high school. And actually, I think the Palm Springs Unified, he has something to do with that too. And he's sort of running point for them on this. But they also have a drone program there that, that they're actually making pilots getting the FAA licenses and all that stuff.
So Race, is that the benefactor of your nonprofit is the Palm Springs School District or?
No, the benefactor of any receipts, and also in this case, we're going to lose a lot of money, I'm afraid. But it's going to be the Camp of Champions, which is the charity behind everything.
Okay.
And it's been, and again, Camp of Champions, if you haven't heard of it, it's been around for a long time, 15 years. And every year he gives out 10,000 soccer balls to the kids in the Coachella Valley schools. It's genius. And by the way, if you get a chance, you can look them up online, Camp of Champions, FIDA, and we also, psdronefest.com is also active and go check it out. You're going to see there's a lot going on here.
So your ask is to come on the 20th of March
That's correct.
and then not come back until the fall. is that
Until the fall.
And when you come back in the fall, would you be a weekly vendor or would you be
I think we would like to be, let's see how it goes. I mean, we would like to be, if we can get the room to set up we think we have to have enough room to set up a little soccer or little drone soccer arena. If we have that, then yes. Right now, we just need 10 by 10 and we'll have enough people and stuff there.
And you're gonna sell tickets to the event?
Yes, we're gonna have, it's Friday, the tickets are like $40 for the weekend or $10 for Friday night. And Friday night, be there. It's really gonna be cool.
What did you say? Who's gonna be there?
No,
We hope.
You guys will be there.
You, exactly, you.
any other board questions?
I'll send one to you.
No.
No? Is there a motion?
I make a motion that we admit Champ of Champions, is that the?
Camp of Champions.
Camp of Champions.
We got it.
I had a bite of.
Is there a second?
I'll second what Celia just said. Run.
We shall vote. Mitchell,
Yes.
Cheryl,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
yes, Celia,
Yes.
Antonio.
Yes.
And David.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Thank you, Steve.
Love what you're doing. Great to see you. Yep.
We'll see you guys next week
Yes, sir.
and Thursday, but do come Friday, everybody, please. Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
Thank you.
Christine Ambrose.
Mitch.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Christine.
May I have a moment to set up?
Do you need a moment? Okay. Violet, are you here? Violet is not here.
Next, the next one.
Matt's the next one.
I must have.
I don't know where you got
Jen.
Violet.
So,
I assume that's Matt. Matt's here.
Matt,
Well, do you have to spare so?
do you need to set up?
Yeah, he.
Okay, so we'll wait.
So what day is the road? Is it this coming Friday?
Following.
After the 20th.
The 21st.
The day after, yeah, the day after we're doing the, birthday, which is, everyone here knows it's delayed a week, right?
And that's the day before, 2 days before, 1
It's a
P.M.
one PS picnic, that's a big weekend.
I'm missing it out. My niece is getting married.
Oh,
I, yeah,
I'm gonna be at all of them on coffee.
and I won't be at either one either. I just have other.
Oh my God.
I guess we do get away so we have other commitments. No, but that's
Jasmine, are we gonna have the handouts for the poster contest?
Yes, we have them ready.
Okay, good.
Good, because we thought we were handing them out this week.
Okay.
but we're not.
on it.
Oh, I'm not Phoebus.
No. Remotely. Now that's talent.
Nervous, I'm sorry.
Take your time. Take your time.
It's wrong with me.
I've been doing markets for years, but I've never done something like this.
Oh, boom, boom, boom. Your next meal will be cupcakes.
Do you want a donut while you're waiting?
This is just a cake donut. That's a cake one, yeah. Imagine this one might be a cake one, but these are not, these are the other.
Yeah, it's the last one.
Like that's the yeast. This is the yeast.
I'm very interested in speaking to them about their future growth, their franchise with a building. We could help them out. And they're in my neighborhood.
You open the box.
That says in the.
Is that what you're looking for? Almost $50?
I'm looking for an almost full one to bring into work tomorrow. Is that full too? That's what's it.
I know that sounds funny to you. These are, where's that almost empty? This one's empty. May I?
Like the gift.
Giving, I'm like, cause you're gonna take all your time. This is.
That's the thing, you don't have time.
Put in your bucket.
Okay, she's
Ready?
Okay.
Okay, here we
Okay,
go.
here we go.
Okay, my name is Christine and my company name is Haikishime. You know, one of the main questions I get is, you know, how do you pronounce your name? And so it's Haikishime. When I started this company about 4 years ago, I love and revere other cultures. So I took syllables from other cultures, languages, and I pushed them together and put accents on them. And I like to think it means inspiration. I make with my own hands hand blended perfumes that are natural, and also solid perfumes that also work as a very deep hydration lotion, and then home diffusions. So the thing about natural is that the smell doesn't stay for 8 hours on you, and you have to reapply because there aren't the severe chemicals in it to hold it onto your skin, so it doesn't stay onto your clothing. And people seem to really be drawn to that. The thing about my perfumes, half of them are perfume oils, the other half are eau de parfum. And I create them with a base of tinctures that I make out of my own backyard and garden. So I'll make those tinctures over a period of 2 years, and then I blend the tinctures with essential oils and create these
fun blends that people seem to really love. I have been a resident of Los Angeles, well, Southern California, since I was 19. I run this out of Los Angeles and also Oregon, so I'm back and forth. The Oregon just came up over the past 4 years, so I make everything in my garage in Oregon, and then I sell it at all the markets in Oregon and in Los Angeles. I've been coming to Palm Springs since 1989. I love it. I've been wanting to come sit and stand in front of you for about a year now. I am in this area. I have family here in Palm Springs. I am in this area November through April. And then I'm in Bend, Oregon, May through October. I love the interaction I have with customers with the perfumes and the lotions. And I'll let you try them if you like. Is that okay? This one, Summer, is made with a lavender tincture, and I also blend it with sweet pea and ylang ylang, and you try it by putting a drop on your wrist, so that if you don't like it, it'll go away. But you might as well smell it first and see if you like that. I have about 10 scents, 10 different scents. They go from earthy, citrus, flower, and then beach, a bit of beach in there. This one is the beach. It's called Saltaire Beach. And so the one that I passed around was made with a tincture from my yard, my gardens. This one is more of an oil, so it's a it's a bacteria-free oil that is the base, and there's lavender and coconut in it. It's actually one of my most popular. I would love to be doing the Village Fest because eventually I'd like to move here, but I'd like to build my business here over a certain amount of time. I know it takes a really long time to build businesses, so.
4 minutes.
This one has a top note of pink grapefruit, and it's in a mint tincture. Pass that around that, yeah. And everything's available in a small and a large. Large lotion, small lotion, and I also teach workshops at resorts, wherever I am. Who will have me?
Workshops to make tinctures?
I teach people how to blend perfumes. And so the first hour of the workshop, I take them on a tour of notes of the West Coast, the Pacific Northwest, and then my backyard, the tinctures. And then the second hour, I'm guiding them on how to make their own perfume, and they walk home with their own perfume that's natural. The hydration lotion is very deep. It's a bit oily, but that's on purpose because it's all natural. And if you have dry skin, it works, and it's lovely. And you smell good too. I love meeting new people, even though I'm nervous here. It brings me a lot of joy. The number one thing I would say that is a takeaway from this business is the connection between scent and memory. And this is what we talk a lot about in my workshops, is how powerful a scent is in triggering a memory. And so we think about that. And so when you put a scent on and you think about something, say you want to have more humor in your life, or you want to have more love in your life, and you put that particular scent on, if you're out somewhere and you smell a note from that scent, it may make you think about that too. So it's kind of a nice affirmation. The lotion, I find I'm addicted to using the lotion on my feet at night with socks on. It can be, as I said, it's a tad bit oily, but if you push it into your arms and your legs, you don't need that much at all. And then you have nice hydrated skin.
It feels good.
I worked a really long time on that recipe.
Are the scents the same in the different products? Like you'll have a lotion and a perfume and an oil all in the same scent?
Yes. Yeah, thanks for asking that. That's a great question.
So I'm seeing, I know that we've got the form they signed saying they follow all the regulations about, does that mean they don't have to have ingredients on the bottles?
I do.
You
I do
do?
have them.
Okay, cause I
Yes.
didn't see them on the one.
These are.
samples. Okay.
And I also I'm printing new labels with all the ingredients on them. So, the large ones have all the ingredients on them. And the perfume, the large.
Can you
perfume
pass one of
does
those around? One of them?
Yeah.
And what do they sell for?
They range, because I have small to large, they range from 24 to 55, and then the home diffusions as well.
The home diffuser, that's what the diffuser thinks.
I do include reeds, but the reeds don't work so well, so I try to encourage people. I'll have a diffuser out on my market table, and I'll try to encourage people that if they're going to use that, they could purchase a diffuser, not from me.
Like a
but
vapor one.
A vapor
Okay,
one,
gotcha.
or if they didn't want to purchase a diffuser, they could just warm some water in a pot on their stove, put a few drops in there. It's fun.
I like the labeling, the look of the.
Yeah, I feel.
brand.
Thank you. Yeah, I
It's
checked.
really small.
I know, I'm getting bigger on the new labels, and I
It's a
actually,
nice clean look that
Yeah,
matches.
it's got a really good design.
thank you. I kept it in the new labels, and I'm differentiating each scent with a small, thin color on the side. And it's a color palette that is all the colors are complementary in a way, but it helps define each scent a little bit.
We're 8.5.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Yep, good job.
One quick question.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it, so did you tell us what the word means?
Yes, I can repeat.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I put the pronunciation on all the products, everything like that. So, and I help the customers get more familiar with it, but I created the word because I realized I needed a URL that was available, and I absolutely love other cultures and traveling. And I was taking a French class at the time. And so I took some syllables from Japanese, French, Spanish, and I just was throwing them up in the air. I pushed some together and put accents on them. And because it's my word, I like to think it means inspiration. So,
Nice, thank you.
You should trademark that word.
Yeah.
okay, I have to make a call tomorrow because my husband said that to me the other night. And you know, you get so busy. I know I thought about that 4 years ago, but so I'm calling tomorrow.
Good.
Are there any other board questions?
I just wanted to know if you wanted to be year round, or you said seasonal, that's right.
Wish someday. I have to work up to it.
So you would not start until November? You said November to April.
Yes, I'd like to start this April.
Oh, this
great.
coming April. Okay.
Yeah, for a month.
Try it out for a
We
month.
try
Yeah.
it
Good.
and then come back November through April.
Any other questions?
Feels really good. It's really good.
Is there a motion on the table?
So moved.
I'll move that we accept.
Come on.
Would you like to second Dan?
He said, so moved.
So moved.
I'll second.
Thank you. David?
Yes.
Victoria? Yes. Celia?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Dan?
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Cheryl?
Aye.
Thank you.
Mitchell?
Yes.
Congratulations. Welcome.
Okay, I'll clean up real fast, I
I
promise.
love the aesthetic. of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the aesthetic is very nice.
It actually looks really
Yeah,
expensive.
your
It's
your
very
website's really
expensive.
nice too.
Smell.
I was a graphic designer in a previous life, my career.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, your website's also
This is
really
great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I need this oil. I need this.
Matt, would you like to set up behind her? Would that be helpful, or do you want to set up on the table? Thursday. No rush.
This should build the table.
nice. Gender.
No, you would.
Wait,
That's not, we're not three.
I'm not very.
Okay, all right, well, go.
Do we entertain?
Yes.
Okay, it's also to the
I also have smelly stuff.
Gender
so-
neutral.
Yes.
Well, different if you were at planning commission. Well, very different. Turn off your mics.
You're not gonna, are you gonna what?
Get me some, I mean, there's boxes and.
We'll just put some in the other box and take a box.
Oh, that's a good idea.
This is two of them.
Well, I just wanna,
I just want to get a couple, or to the office, but.
we're just.
What do you do about?
Brainstorming.
What do you wanna do it?
Yeah.
And what's left for you?
I just wanna take like a lid or a.
Office meeting your kitchen.
There's. Some free samples.
Oh, thank you.
Don't eat them. It was a perfume. Well, we're all donuts.
They're throwing it there. Why don't you give it? Why don't we wait till we're done?
Yeah, why don't we wait?
Why do we not have their branded boxes in the middle of the table when other people are?
Are those samples of her?
Yeah.
Yeah, that, yeah, you know, you want that, right? Yeah.
If there's any left. but I'm big here.
Down there.
That's because the boss is sitting up here at the end, so they're shrews with her.
What's happening?
The samples always come this way first, because
People always start.
they gotta go through you.
Notice that Jasmine is matching the box.
The donuts.
Oh.
She wears pink a lot. Pink's a color you wear a lot.
Yeah.
Don't have to tell her.
I just feel like the summer.
Love
And the
is
reason.
about love.
These are more honey in the summer, right here.
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Who even kidding?
Come soon.
Yeah, come in.
Okay. Fun. There's.
Welcome, Matt.
Thank you.
I like the summer in the.
Marshmallow.
Is there toilet bomb on it?
bombs.
It is totally-
Are they marshmallows?
Jasmine, all night long.
No, they're definitely not.
Complete opposite.
It's like foams up in her mouth.
You should have had a donut.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Got a lot of stuff. I was told to bring one of everything.
We were just kidding. I'm just-
Oh, yeah,
Now you're stuck. with it.
too late.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Lots to smell, so I'll pass some stuff around here in a minute.
Can you start on this side this time?
So rather than put every single soap out, I think I'll just put a few out
Yeah,
here.
that's fine.
And then I'll pass different scents around so you can kind of check them out. Okay, so Matt from Bear Soap Company. This is a handmade bath and body brand. There's 10 different products. Within each product, you can see I have a lot of different scents available, mostly kind of in threes. Except for the soap, we have 9 different ones. So I just moved here with my husband from Kansas City, Missouri. Been doing this for 10 years. In Kansas City, I owned 2 gifts, or a gift store and a bath and body store. The gift store was centered around makers, so everything had to be handmade in our store. Probably 50 or 60% of it was local, so it's kind of like a Village Fest type of thing, but Kansas City has a huge maker scene, kind of like Portland, Oregon. So we were in the right time at the right place. And so I started with the store. I didn't have anything that I made specifically. So I previously was a graphic designer like our previous presenter. So I came from graphic design, branding, all that kind of stuff. So the origin of Bear Soap Company came from trying to find products to sell in the store. So when we were in, I think it was New York, we went into a store called Buy by Brooklyn. So it was, everything was made in Brooklyn. So we bought this little, like a lunch sack that was like a do-it-yourself soap kit. And you could make 4 bars of soap. So it was kind of a melt and pour. That's one thing that we do that's a little bit different than a lot of the crafty artisan soaps is we're not doing the kind where you start with every single oil boiling in a pot. It takes 6 weeks to cure and stuff. This is a melt and pour base because we were never planning to do this for a business. So what we did was we made the sample bag of soap just to do it, because every time somebody comes in and you have a do-it-yourself kit, they want to know how it works. You know, the customers are like, how does this work? Does it work? Is primarily what it is. So we did that, and I had friends that had their own candle company, and they were over just having coffee or something with us, and we had these soaps sitting out. We were like talking about that. And they said that they had previously made soap and candles, and that they just decided to just go with the candle direction, and they had some extra like materials to make stuff. And he just asked if I wanted it, and I didn't have any plan on making a business out of it, but I just take everything people are giving me. So I took it. And then the first year of the store, it was super slow because, you know, you open up a new gift store, nobody knows where it's at. You're just, you know, sitting there all day waiting for people to walk in the door. So I decided to create a brand for the soap just because that's what I did previously, is branding. So it was just filling time. And once I did that, I decided to go ahead and take their offer up and get all the equipment and just start making stuff just because I was bored. So I made it in the store in a closet. And then I started putting it, you know, I put it out like by the front counter, and then started noticing that whenever people would buy it and I would talk about that we actually made it there, that was like a huge selling point, and they wanted to just instantly buy it. So I also did a lot of craft events where I just did graphic design. So I would have whatever my design would be printed on a t-shirt or, you know, a handbag or koozies or glassware or something like that. And I would also bring the Bear soap stuff, which just started with 4 cents of soap and bath bombs. And that just always outsold everything. So I just added more and more products, and it just organically grew into this thing. And then when we decided to move here last year, I closed my gift store because, you know, I'm not going to operate it from a distance. And then just moved this with us. And primarily it's just online at the moment because we've only been here since last summer. So we're not in any stores yet. We've done the Pride event, and we just did another event called International Bear Rendezvous, which was ideal for our brand. But
You think?
it's not actually a men's brand. It's just made by men, and people just think that our branding is definitely objectifies men, because 10 years ago, people weren't using models like that. Now, like, you see all kinds of TV commercials and stuff, and there's all these like beefy older chubby guys and stuff and ads, and we just wanted, at the time we were doing something that was different. But anyway, so at the craft shows that we did in Kansas City, it was a mixed crowd like Village Fest. So our primary customers were actually women. So this appeals to everybody, actually. But even though most people don't know what bears are,
Women
outside
like
of like you're in gay central in Kansas City, they did not know what that meant. So it was a little bit awkward when people were like, what is that? But anyway, besides that, I do have a couple of shirt designs. Like this is like little buddy bears. And then just the brand t-shirt, which, you know, have different colors of. Love that.
That's good.
Oh, cool. So
Yeah.
we don't sell a whole lot of t-shirts, but, and I'll just kind of explain a couple of these things. So one of the things that's unique is the toilet bombs. This is, so this is an alternative to room spray. So rather than, I'm not a big fan of aerosols. So I prefer it to kind of stay below the surface. I don't like walking into this stuff and breathing it. So in essence, this is basically like the same thing as a shower steamer. So in case you don't know what a shower steamer is, it's kind of like a bath bomb for your shower, but it's just aromatherapy. So there is no skin benefits or anything. It's just loaded with smell.
It's in a, like a basket, or not a basket, what would you call it, a weave thing or something?
Yeah, you just, this is the shower stuff.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, so the bath bombs are round and the
Okay.
steamers are like a puck. So you just put it on the side of your tub or the side of your shower, get water on it. They last for at least 3 showers. So that's, for the first couple of years we made it, these were definitely top sellers because there wasn't really many brands doing it. And now everybody is, so.
It's a great idea, because a lot of people have bath bombs.
Yeah.
And not everybody has.
Yeah,
bath
I don't
tubs.
have a bath.
I have only showers in my house. I have no
That-
bathtub. I have a hot tub outside,
Yeah.
but I would never put
Yeah.
that in my hot tub.
And it also depends on the climate that you're in. So if you're in a really hot climate, you're probably not going to take a hot bath. So
Yeah.
Up to 7 minutes.
the showers, oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, I could pass around a couple of soaps.
Yeah,
You can
please do
smell
that.
them.
Let it smell.
Explain the toilet bomb. So is that something that you put in the toilet tank, or do you put it in the toilet
So
bowl?
after you do your business and flush, you just drop one in the bowl. And
And
just
then
leave
it stays
not the
there.
tank.
no,
yeah.
the bowl.
Your bowl.
So it's kind of like poopery, but you do it after instead of before,
Yeah.
which is good because most people forget to do it before and then you
Yeah.
kind of.
So it dissolves in water. and-
Yeah, it's like, just think of it like a bath bomb. It's just the same. It's-
So just make a sense.
So this, and this are all the same ingredients.
Okay.
It's just different functions.
Oh, okay.
And so the
That's
one
not on your list though, is it?
toilet bombs, did I
Yeah.
forget that? Oh,
Do you know how much is that of curiosity?
these are 12.
Yeah, the prices are really reasonable.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
The soaps are 7 or 4 for 25. Beard oils are 25, beard bombs are 20. Bath soaks are 14. Body wash is 15. The steamers and the bath bombs are $6.50. And then this is solid cologne. Forgot to mention that. So we have these solid colognes. You just dip a little bit out, melts in your fingers, then you just put it wherever. So these sell for 15. This,
Scents, what are your different scents? You said you have the same, like 4 different fragrances and then you just reproduce them in different products?
for the soaps, we have 10 different scents for the beard products, there's 3, and they're the same with the bombs or the oils. Oh, one other thing I forgot, I have solid shampoo bars. So this is just a way to eliminate plastic bottles. So you just rub it directly on your hair. So we have 3 different ones. These are all essential oils. The soaps are a mix. So we do have some that are all essential oil for people that are really into that. Here, I'll pass a couple.
What are the 3 main scents that we want to talk about? What are they?
Oh, well, the only thing that there's 3 of is, that's what I was talking about with the shower steamers and the beard oils. So the beard oils are like, this is tea tree, lavender, mint. This is cedar, rosemary, and orange, and this is spruce and vetiver. The shower steamers, which I'll pass one around, it's a combination of scents. So this is eucalyptus, peppermint, lavender, and rosemary. This one we call Breathe. It's kind of like, it's a good sinus relief thing.
Can we smell the vetiver one?
Oh, the vetiver beard oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just come back around.
So Matt, soaps are all melt and pour.
Yes.
You were saying.
Who's the better?
Tell, how do you come by the bath soak and the body wash?
These are all, you mean, how are they
Are you
made?
making them? or
Oh, yeah.
You are making.
I don't make, this just has an unscented base. These I combine everything. I just made these today. So like this one has rose petals, pink Himalayan sea salt and dead sea salt. These are just all dead sea salt. And they have, just, scent variations.
Can you use the beard oil for anything else? Like can you use it as like a hair conditioner or? Not
Yeah,
for hair or.
No.
Not for
I
me.
guess if you had extremely dry coarse hair. This one's a pretty popular scent too.
Yeah.
So I pass around one of these because those might be popular. Everybody probably wants to know what the toilet box.
Yes.
I love the Breathe. Shower. Yeah, that's really good.
The Breathe is definitely the most popular of the steamers. Because people are familiar with the eucalyptus scent. It's kind of.
A lot of us have a sinus condition.
We think
We wouldn't suffer from in the desert, but we do.
we think of this as kind of like a Vicks vapor rub. It kind of brings back that kind of, for people that are, I don't know, if you can still do that, but anyone from my generation definitely did.
Very nice. book.
It's amazing.
So you know there's competition on the street. for some-
Yeah, we were actually
Take the guys.
recommended by the biggest one,
Oh, really? Which one?
Henrik.
Oh.
Yeah, well, at Pride, he came up to us and asked if we were doing this. I've done a million
So you
events,
were at Pride this last year?
yeah. Unfortunately, we're at the very end, because we applied really late, because we just moved here. But I've done a ton of events with, there's always.
Is the solid clones going around?
Oh,
That's a good rate.
Yes.
Thank you.
and here's one that's like.
It's more like a toilet.
No.
kind of a opposite.
Smells clean.
He describes the sense
Yeah,
to
you
me.
can't smell.
I know she can.
I like the first.
Something.
Do we have any,
But yeah, with the competition, that doesn't seem to be a problem, everybody should.
No, no, I'm just assuming there are.
Yeah.
There's obviously. All right.
And one other thing. I'm working on a desert collection of like different branding, because I feel like it would resonate more with this area.
Totally.
So I'm starting with just 4 soap scents, so it will be desert theme, the usual Joshua tree and all that. But the look, the vibe of the branding is gonna be completely different. So it'll be like, it'll be a permanent collection.
We're kind of over time. Are there any other board questions or comments? No.
And I'll leave these up here if you want, if anyone wants to take some.
Is there a motion on the table?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. I'm sorry, who made?
Motion by Antonio, second by David. Let's vote. Mitchell,
Yes.
Carol,
Yeah.
Dan,
Yes.
yes, Celia,
Yes.
Antonio.
Yes.
And David.
Yes.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Welcome.
If anybody wants to take any of these things.
Matt, is there anything that's the same scent as the toilet bomb, then
There is not.
Oh, okay.
What is the fragrance?
It's a great.
Oh my God. I've forgotten what the name of it is. I've got
That's a brilliant idea.
Mhm.
I have a shelf of like 80 different oils. I totally forgot what it's
No
called.
worries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Before I put any of these away, does anybody wanna?
I'll try
I want
to
a
take the
solid.
toilet bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a shower bomb and.
I would like to shower.
Well, there's 3 different scents.
I like the breathe one, but
Find it
the
out.
other ones.
Get it out.
You comment on the breathe first, and you get that.
We're done.
Did you want one? Is that?
Yes.
Okay, so here's 2. You can pick one of those.
Thank you.
Getting damn.
Matt, we're gonna move on with our agenda. We wanna,
Okay.
thank you.
Welcome.
Very good. Should be popular.
It doesn't make sense.
It's all about popular.
All right. Any unfinished business?
So the only item on our agenda is the Village Fest website. Obviously, this was discussed at our special meeting. There hasn't been any progress on that topic. We can leave it on the agenda so we can revisit or move it based on whatever the board would like.
I think we should. leave it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
I would leave the order.
Thank you. Main Street comments?
Well, I do want to say that there was some really good feedback when I told them that the board is open to the early discussion of what to happen on that South Palm Canyon block during summer. So everybody was very pleased to hear that, and I know as we move forward that they'll probably be part of that conversation so that we could do the best job we can in the summer there and make sure that works out.
What I would like to add, keep in mind with the downtown merchants that we created a space for them to take advantage of, and I don't think anybody has, but a little confused.
All you could do is offer it.
Yeah.
And if they take it, they take it, and if they don't, they don't. It was very gracious of the board and stuff to work that out
In
there.
terms of participation,
I think that he's talking about.
Where the cars are.
well, the entertainment
Yeah,
spot.
yeah,
I was gonna say,
yeah.
we have quite a few vendors,
Yeah.
our downtown merchants who participate in Village Fest, but
Yes,
yes.
but that's what I was
Yes.
talking about. So I haven't been at
Thank you.
many of your meetings, but
If you get a sheet to,
Matt, you need to.
David's at the meetings.
Thank you.
Has anybody else shown interest in that space in the term?
Anything from the marketing social media subcommittee?
I would like to make a request. I'm sorry I didn't talk to you about it ahead of time, but I'm sure that it won't be a problem. But I think that on the vendor applications, there needs to be a place for their Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You know, a long time ago, several years, we didn't have people's websites on it, but now that is. But I think that their social media should be too, just so that we could, you know, hook up with them and make sure that they're getting what they need. So if it was on the application, once again, they don't have to put it on there and be promoted if they choose not to. But I think that we should give them the opportunity to have a spot on the application if that's okay.
That's certainly doable.
That's
One thing I noticed is that they usually write it into where it says website, like today we had. Sister from Holly, one of them or two of them put it on their actual application, like their transfer.
Yeah, sometimes that's all they have. They don't have a website,
Right.
but now, because when we were doing that, it was probably like 5-6 years ago. Well, things are different now with social media.
Yeah, right.
So I try to find them on there, and Faith did send me a list, but that doesn't mean that that's the name that they're using on social media.
Right.
It's just the name of the vendor.
Right.
So I still feel kind of like we're not, you know, really
Yeah.
doing all we can for the vendors.
Certainly.
We could do more.
Thank you. Cheryl, anything from the vendor, from the student survey?
No, I mean, nothing more. I need to, I guess, start drafting the next phase of this, which will be the consumer one, if we want to do it
Yeah.
this season. I'm a little iffy on whether we'll get that done this season
Yeah.
or have to start it in the fall. So I don't have anything new, but coming out of our meeting, I guess a couple things we were gonna talk about doing was getting on the city council agenda. So I don't know if any progress has been made.
Maybe staff will comment on that.
Not as of yet. I did speak with Nicholas, the Parks and Recreation Director, about our meeting, and he's gonna inquire whether that was feasible.
He's not in behind you.
Yeah, okay. So we're making progress. It's moving forward.
And the other thing was the marketing companies.
Yes, also, we're working on that. So we're putting together some bullet points of things that the board mentioned that they wanted. Nicholas has some experience from his background as well, so he's gonna add some things, and we're gonna try and move it forward through our procurement process to do an RFP.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I am Nicholas.
We have it next week?
Can I?
We're off
Can
next
I
week.
ask something about the vendor poster contest?
Well, that's our next topic.
Sorry, okay, I wasn't sure if we went
Okay.
past that or not.
Good segue. How about the youth banner vendor poster contest subcommittee?
We haven't done anything on that yet.
No, but Faith was gonna look into it to see about that being done through the city's programming over the summer. Because we were coming kind of tight at the end of the year
Right.
sort of thing for school already, by the time we do it, and let's face it, it would be too late. But the vendor one, I was just wondering, I don't know the answer to this, what is the date that they had to submit that? And now that we're not gonna be passing out the flyers for another week because of, possibly because of the weather, maybe the weather will clear up, we're working on that, but, so, what is the date on it? I don't know.
I can't.
And should we see if we can move that date up
By a week.
if there's a
We've already
date that's.
printed.
Yes, they're printed, but let me change, double
With a
check.
pen.
We can.
Or we could reprint and
Reprint,
recycle,
yeah,
that's
I think-
okay as well. Let me check the paperwork, she left it in my office, and then I'll email you tomorrow morning.
Okay, great.
And then should we just pick those up from you at the booth?
Yes,
On the 20th?
yes, we'll have them.
Okay.
Mhm.
And Joy, you and I are gonna pass them out? Perfect.
And can I say too, that we might be able to pass them out this Thursday. We know that the birthday celebration has a lot of different components to it, but there might still be Village Fest Thursday.
It looks like the possibility of rain is only in the middle of the night. As of noon,
It changed.
it looks clear.
Okay, so I would just suggest we wait, because we have already had a significant amount of call-ins. So vendors obviously are very protective of their works. So if there is a chance that it could be ruined by weather, they call in. So we have a significant amount already who have called in. I think we would get your best group to try and participate in this event the following.
Didn't we already post it's been canceled?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but we posted the celebration,
event.
not
Not the-
Village
not
Fest.
the-
So to me, when I saw that, it seemed to me Village Fest had been
That's
canceled.
what I thought.
No.
too.
Yes.
No, just the celebration.
Yeah,
Even though it may have said that, it didn't, it just felt like.
I thought it said the celebration was postponed.
yeah.
Yes,
It did.
yes. That's what it was, how it was written.
general public, nothing is canceled.
Mhm.
Okay.
But
I-
that was,
Jasmine.
that was sent to the board. That was not sent to the
Yeah.
public.
Yeah.
So that information
It
is
just
only
went out.
gone to,
Oh, it wasn't on social media.
no, I only sent that
Unless
to the
you
board.
posted it.
No, I.
Unless you decided to tweet it out after you got it or whatever.
I put it out that it was
The celebration.
posted all
Yeah,
over
she did.
social media.
So George,
That's why
let's
when I
just-
saw
let's
it.
hold off till the 20th.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Anything on the summer logistics subcommittee?
We've had a meeting on that.
But I mean, Faith will know what to do.
You wanna disband that committee already?
No, it'll be fine, but she knows what we could do, you know, and Jazz will-
The agenda then?
I think so. It would, if we could come up with a good plan here, you'd make a lot of merchants really happy. And darn it,
So
that's
we
what I'm
import-
here for.
Jasmine, staff reports.
Yeah, so there's a couple things. The joint council and commission meeting is scheduled for June 17th, and that's gonna be at the Palm Springs Convention Center as in the past. I believe the presentation is gonna be similar to previous years where our chair will put together a presentation with staff, and that will be presented at that meeting. More information will come, but do put that in your schedule for now, June
June
17th.
17th.
Correct.
Are
Before,
we still on the board?
Yes,
Dan and I?
Yes.
yes.
Okay,
So like June
Until
30th.
the 30th,
okay.
June 17th, in the evening, like 5 o'clock.
Yes, and normally they provide a dinner and then a presentation thereafter.
before you move on, may I make a couple of
Please.
additions there? You know the format, they will give us a PowerPoint presentation template that we have to plug everything into. I've already taken vendor comments that they've made from the survey and made kind of a
Right.
cute slide of all the positive comments. So we can include that, but I would like to ask you to condense some of the survey data
Sure.
into the most salient things that the city council would want to see.
Okay, so like one slide.
One slide that would be the good things, one slide that would be, here's what we need to do to make Village Fest a better place. So if you could just put those together, then we can begin to cute them up and plug them in. So can you do that, please?
Absolutely.
I'd like somebody to make a slide about the youth and vendor banner thing that we're doing. Can somebody raise their hand to put together a slide?
Sure, Faith will do it. Oh, that's gonna be the program though.
Do you
right?
have the template?
The kids one.
Okay.
That's gonna be.
Faith,
what
if
she's
you're
gonna
watching,
figure out
we
with the
voted you
city.
into everything.
We've already figured out
This
the
is why you never
logistics
miss
of
a meeting.
connecting.
Okay,
I
so,
get on
so
the
yes,
committee.
yes.
To answer
You
your
get volunteer.
question, Cheryl, it's generally things you've accomplished this year, things that you want to do for the next year. You just kind of that
Mhm.
kind of a format.
Yeah.
And it's a very short presentation.
Yeah.
Pictures would be great. If anybody's got Village Fest pictures, Antonio, good. Fun pictures, that would be great.
On the birthday.
Particularly, yes, particularly vendor booths, with unique stuff. I would like them to see that.
There's gotta be plenty of Halloween.
I was gonna
pictures,
say
too.
Halloween would be a great.
Anything, so please start looking through your stuff to pull that together, okay? Sorry, Jasmine.
No, that's great. I'm not gonna give an update on the Palm Canyon Bridge project because it has been postponed and I don't know all the details yet, but once I do, I will report that.
I didn't realize there was wildlife.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
Oh
It
my
was on the
God.
news.
I didn't see that.
It's like,
It was,
Yeah.
they
This just
delayed it.
happened?
Yeah, well, it was supposed to
Yesterday.
start yesterday and they delayed it and it has to do with wildlife. Really?
cases Jim Beal again?
it's a bug or something.
It's some sort of
Bird.
yeah, because they found a nest of
Oh.
some with some.
Oh.
I mean, it's adjacent to the preserve, really, so you would think. Anyway.
Yeah.
Just so the baby eagles are okay, that's all that counts.
The Village Fest birthday celebration obviously has been postponed till next Thursday, March the 20th, where the weather is looking absolutely gorgeous, perfect Palm Springs weather. So please join us. Our entertainment is scheduled to start right after we do a welcome. And they'll play while we're giving out cupcakes. I think we have about 2,500 of them ordered. Luckily, they were like, no problem, we'll have them for you next week when we called yesterday to talk to them. So that is scheduled to go. Do let us know if you are able to attend, just so we can make sure we have
can't either.
enough staff.
Just two of us won't be
there. Okay.
I was gonna be there for this meeting.
I'll be still use it.
And I had, I don't know who I sent the email to for Pride to have a booth there, but I've never heard anything back.
To Pride?
For Pride to have a booth there. We have one every year, but this year I didn't get any details about it.
At Village Fest?
Not at Village Fest, at the 1 p.m.
Oh, you
sorry.
jumped the.
We haven't gotten.
I jumped, sorry, all right. And we got
Oh, Joy, stop it.
She's gonna tell you Faye.
Was I don't have a booth yet.
I know, right?
Right.
Faith will take care of it. Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Let's keep on agenda.
The next item is the 1 PS.
At the Village birthday,
No, we're just having the live entertainment.
so there's no DJ.
No.
Because usually the chair gets up and announces blah, 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 so will that still happen?
Yeah, just with
Okay.
the live entertainment.
Great.
Yeah. It's a tribute band to Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I can do some of their songs while I'm.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm back.
Please take videos.
Sing the Sound of Music song there.
Okay, so the 1 PS picnic is March 22nd, so it'll be the Saturday, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. We do have a booth there. So if you are able to attend, please let us know. We could use some extra help. Faith ordered some little giveaway items with the Village Fest logo on them. And during our one-on-one, she and I were discussing different ways that we can engage our residents. Obviously, this is a neighborhood meeting, so they're all residents. And we've heard the board's concerns about how do we get more residents back out to Village Fest. So Faith decided that she was gonna invite 4 different vendors to participate with us at the 1 PS picnic. So they're creating just like sample size of products. So there's 4 different ones. I think there's a cookie vendor, a nut vendor. I think the vendor who does the kind of protein mix items. Yeah, so they're all creating just like bite-sized stuff so that we can give them out at the booth to remind our neighbors and residents that, you know, we kind of have fun and unique stuff at Village Fest. So
That's a great
That's
draw because it's hard to draw people to the table there
for sure.
without giving something out. Everyone, you know, everybody likes swag
Absolutely.
or food. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
What
so
are the
we'll have
hours?
both.
What are the hours for that?
10, 11 till 2. Julie?
Yes,
11 to 2?
yes,
Yes.
11 to 2. And you could start setting up in the morning, but you know.
Yeah,
just-
we do all the
it's a-
setup. We just would love for board to come help pass out items.
It's no wonder we let Faith do everything.
I
That's a
know,
great
I
idea.
Right?
Yes, so we're very excited about this new addition to our booth. So please join us if you can.
I have to say, I was at Village Fest last Thursday. I hadn't been in a while because of my knee. Wow.
Mhm.
I mean, wow. It was packed.
That's great.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
So,
The vendors are doing well, the vendors doing well, so
yeah.
all good stuff.
More food vendors have theirs.
Yes, yes.
More food take a lot
Mhm.
of food vendors have theirs.
Anything else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll move to adjourn.
Second,
Second.
all in favor? Anybody opposed? Thank you, everyone. Good meeting. Have a nice rest of your week. Stay dry.
Bring a donut over the hubby here.
I did, but I'll give you another.
If we've got any left in there.
You definitely see the other partner, or at least. You know. Okay.
Yeah, which is not too busy, right? And how are they even doing that?
Jeffrey used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important.
Bye, Nick.
Yes, and it's like, how does he really never know?
Yeah, we want to see what's in it.
Yeah.